Let's talk about how it's like working here in the UAE and compare it with how it is working in the Philippines. Hi, I am Trias Amma. Welcome to our channel. If you are not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. So, pag-usapan natin ngayon yung pagtatrabaho dito sa UAE. I've worked in the Philippines for 6 years. I started working when I was in fourth year college. And I've been working here in the UAE for 8 years. 4 years in Abu Dhabi, 4 years here in Dubai. With several industries. Started with banking, advertising, facility management, contracting, tech company. So, ayan. Let's start with recruitment and hiring process. So, I myself have recruited several positions kahit na hindi ako from human resource. I was never really a human resource personnel or worked for human resource, but I've hired several positions dito sa UAE. So ano ang pagkakaiba ng recruitment dito compared sa Pilipinas? So let's talk about the Philippines. I don't know how much it changed now, but back in the days, it really would matter kung saang university ka gumraduate, even if you graduated with honors. And meron pang ibang mga companies na nire-require talaga nila na graduate ka from a certain university. Dito sa UAE, walang ganong eklavu. Although, may mga time na maghahanap sila ng MBA, pero wala talaga silang nire-require na dapat graduate ka from this university or from that country and so on. Although kapag kailangan ng license, similar naman dito sa UAE, syempre kapag engineering jobs or nursing like that. Ang difference lang is kapag ka mag-a-apply ka dito sa UAE, syempre require ka nila ng license na accepted dito sa Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Then you would need to take to pass a certain licensure examination. Ayan. Pero sa ibang bagay is ang tinitingnan nila dito sa UAE most of the time is yung experience mo and that your last held position. Hindi tulad sa Pilipinas, ika-count talaga nila yung buong like work history mo. Dito, most of the time, titignan nila yung last held. So, kapag kailangan nila ng manager for, let's say, facility management, and you've had that experience, but you've been doing a different job and serving different industry for the past 2 years, ganyan, baka hindi ka rin nila i-consider. Ganon siya. So, paano nga ba in general yung hiring? I should say na mas organized yung sa Pilipinas at mas matatarget mo yung gusto mong pasukin at mas magiging clear yung path mo sa Pilipinas, kung anong pinag-aralan mo, kung anong experience mo, at kung saan gusto mong company mapasok, ganyan. At yung process nila, I should say, is more organized from selection to exam, interview, ganyan. So, in a way, straightforward siya. So, if you are really prepared for that position, for that company, then mataas ang, chances mo na ma-hire ka dun sa company na yun. While dito sa UAE, it can be very, very tricky. And it can be at times unorganized. So, while yung sourcing ng CV might be the same, like online, through Indeed, LinkedIn, ganyan, kapag dito sa UAE, for example, dahil maraming applicants from different nationalities. So, in one position, let's say, sobrang 1,000 ang mag-apply. So, hindi naman yung lahat makikita ng recruiter. And also, dahil nga na-overwhelm sila sa applicants and hindi naman sila nagba-background check dito, like tatawagan yung referral mo, or hindi naman talaga sila familiar with the companies you've worked with sa home country mo, or kaya dito sa UAE mas mataas ang chances if somebody would refer you doon sa position. Mas madaling magtiwala yung mga recruiter dito kapag ka may nag-refer sa'yo, dahil nga sa sobrang vague ng recruitment pool dito sa UAE. So, hindi dito sa UAE, hindi ibig sabihin na, matalino ka na, may skill ka, may experience ka, talagang ikaw talaga number one na ah, na qualified sa position na ina-applyan mo, may chance na hindi ka matatawag for interview. So that's really very tricky here in the UAE, yung application. So if you're coming here, you have to be prepared for that. Ang kagandahan naman nun is, if sa Pilipinas, regardless kung ano yung company na pinasukan mo, regardless kung anong natapos mo or university na nakuha ka, paglapag mo dito, it's atay kayong lahat na applicants, 'di ba? Or mas angat ka pa nga kung meron kang kakilala dun sa company na gusto mong applyan. So, on the other side, yun naman yung advantage dito sa UAE. So, ganoon yung recruitment dito. So, kailangan mo lang talaga na probably be extra diligent, ganyan, sa paghahanap ng trabaho. And I should say timing is also very important dito sa UAE. So, if you applied at the right time, and you can probably get the job. So, ayun. Then, let's move on to workload and working hours. Dito sa UAE, you're allowed to work 48 hours maximum in a week. So, that's 6 days in a week. So, very normal yung 1 day off lang. Which, sa Pilipinas, mas normal yung 2 days off. Although ako, I've always had 2 days off in a week. So, ayun. And anything beyond 48 hours, you'll get overtime pay. But I think maximum total hours is 12 hours in a day. Ganon siya. And in terms of workload, depending on the positions syempre and the industry. Pero I should say, sa mga industry na na-try ko, mas less yung workload dito sa UAE as compared sa Philippines. Lalo na kung sa BPO. Although hindi ako nag-BPO dito. My husband is working. So, very, very chill lang yung BPO work dito sa UAE. Pero pag sales, let's say banking, it can also be very, very demanding. Pero sa sales naman, it depends on you, how you handle the pressure, how you go for your target, regardless kung nasa ang bansa ka or nasa ang company ka. Pero in general, I would say that hindi siya tulad nung kapag ka nanood ka nung sa pinapanood sa movies na kapag ka nag-OFW ka, na yung buhay mo ay sobrang toxic, na wala ka ng pahinga, puro trabaho ka, OT, ganyan. Hindi siya ganon dito sa UAE, gladly. It's like very similar to working in the Philippines. It's just that you're here in the UAE or you're not in the Philippines, and it can, like what I said, it can even be less stressful, or it can even be lighter and easier working here compared to the Philippines. Ayan. So next is, let's talk about the process sa pagtatrabaho. Kung ano nga ba yung yung internal processes dito sa UAE compared sa Pilipinas. This one, I should give it to the Philippines. Sa Pilipinas, pagka nag-apply ka or nakapasok ka sa isang company, plansyado na yung process nila, yung mga tao lang nila yung gagawin nila and all, yung designations and specifications. Dito sa UAE, hindi. Minsan, nandiyan na yung mga tao, nag-run na yung operation, dun nyo palang ipifigure out kung ano yung magiging process ng company na yon. So, labo-labo siya dito sa UAE. Although, it can be very good in terms of learning, but it's not always good lalo na kapag more than a year ka na sa company and it stays the same. It can, even prevent your growth, and it can, you can easily lose your focus sa ganong bagay. So, I'm not, for me, mas maganda yung you're working for a specific position and you're working within your designation, which is sobrang nadi-disagree ako sa madaming at least sa mga naka-work ko dito na manager, director, or CEO. Nakala nila mas napapakinabangan ka nila kapag mas marami silang pinapagawa sa iyo kahit kahit na hindi within your designation. But for me, I totally disagree. Mas nalulugi sila sa ganong paraan. So, mas effective for me na within your designation ka. And you can always, of course, learn other things and take initiatives. Pero, your main focus will be what your designation is. Ayun. Dito, hindi ganoon, Chi. So, you have to be prepared in that setting and you have to be extra smart. You have to really work smart. Ang kagandahan lang nun is here you'll given more freedom and you can work independently, which is related to my next point is yung culture. How is the culture like working with your boss and working with your colleagues? So dito hindi mo mafe-feel na meron kang amo on a daily basis, unlike sa Pilipinas. At dito rin you don't have to report on a daily basis like somebody higher than you. You can work freely and independently. Of course, it's different. It's not the same everywhere based on my experience lang tsaka sa designation ko. Na ganon, hindi siya tulad ng sa Pilipinas, talagang klarong-klaro yung trabaho mo sa manager mo. You have to, you have to impress them and they guide you. The good thing is they guide you also, they coach you, ganyan. And they get directly impacted sa performance mo like that, which I think is good. Dito naman sa UAE, hindi siya ganun. Malalaman mo lang na may amo ka pala kapag something bad happen or something good happen. Ganyan, mga bonggang event. Or like in my case, if there are quarterly performance review, ganyan, dun mo lang sila makikita na, okay, ito yung manager ko. So, ang pro nun is that, yun nga, if stressful yung manager mo sa Pilipinas, at least dito, hindi mo mafe-feel yung ganon. Ang negative naman nun is that, yun nga, wala makakagabay sa'yo, at wala kang malulook up to or you learn from on a regular basis. And also, I think the most important is yung mismong tao, how genuine he is, the person that you're working with. So dito, if hindi rin genuine yung tao na you're working for, kahit na yun, hindi ka na nga niya tinutulungan on a daily basis, kapag nagkita pa kayo is gagawa pa siya ng bagay na hindi ka nais-nais sa iyong career, 'di ba? So that can also happen. Work smart and flexible. About working with your colleagues, yun ang namimiss ko sa Pilipinas. Yung your colleagues will eventually become your friends and even your family, and you know, the conversation you have in between work, during lunch, even after work, even during weekends, yung mga ganyang bagay yung sobrang namimiss ko sa Pilipinas na hindi ko na-experience dito sa Dubai. Medyo, parang, nung sa banking ako, medyo, pero mabilis lang kasi ako sa banking industry. Tapos, for a long time, wala akong Filipino na, colleague. And even if I had mga isa lang, dalawa, ganyan. And it's never really is the culture here sa UAE na you go out with your colleagues even after work and you meet them on weekends or let's say you go out of town. It's not very common here. And that's the sad part. So basically, you just come to work and collaborate, work-related. Ayan, yung mga chika-chika pa, mga general lang, hindi yung about the heart or about family, ganyan. So, yun ang sobrang wala dito na namimiss ko sa Pilipinas. Ayan. And next, how about yung, ano pang pag-usapan natin? Salary. Let's talk about, or bago yung salary, let's talk about growth. Yung promotion dito sa UAE. May mga company dito na organized, meron silang yearly performance review, at meron silang leveling, recommendations and all that. At meron din naman na wala lang. labo-labo lang na promotion. At meron din na for a long time na hindi na po promote kung hindi mo lang hihingin. While meron din naman na kahit hindi mo hihingin, ipopromote ka, ganyan. But ang mas common dito na growth is not within the company. Pero yung dito ka sa company na ito for a couple of years at lilipat ka sa ibang company, then they will offer you a better position and better package. Mas common yung ganoong growth dito sa UAE. While sa Pilipinas, I think it's not the same. So sa Philippines, for example, nag-work ka na ng 5 years on one bank. Pag lilipat ka sa ibang bank, pwedeng yung same position pa rin yung same position pa rin ka ma-hire at same salary pa rin ang makukuha mo. And mas maganda na mas mataas yung chances na ma-promote ka within the company sa Philippines. If it's otherwise, let me know kasi matagal na nga akong hindi nagtatrabaho sa Pilipinas. So, ayan. Now, let's talk about salaries. So, magkano nga ba ang sahod dito sa UAE? Mas mataas ba talaga dito compared sa Pilipinas or sa kahit ibang bansa? Based on my experience at sa sa aking kaalaman lang is, firstly, walang minimum wage dito sa UAE at wala silang bylaw na sinusunod na standard salary dito. And although a lot of companies might not admit it, pero malaking factor din yung nationality dito. Pero in terms of, collaboration and treatment, regardless of nationality, yun naman ang maganda dito talaga compared to probably other countries that OFW goes to. Dito talagang well respected yung mga Filipinos. So, yun nga lang, sa sahod, hindi masyadong lumilitaw. But there can be, of course, exemptions kasi may mga Filipinos din naman na very, very highly, sobrang mataas din yung sahod dito sa UAE. Sana isa ako sa kanila. Anyway, so, dito kasi, you will name your price most of the time. So, it's how you market yourself. And if you're coming here on visit, depende syempre kung ano yung flexibility mo, ano yung timeline mo, at kung anong time ka dumating dito sa UAE. So, kapag nataon na sa oras sa panahon yun, matataas ang sahod, then mataas yung makukuha mong sahod. But normally, ang madaling makuhang sahod dito will be 2,500 dirhams to 3,000 dirhams. Yun yung mabilis mong makuha na trabaho. That's about, I think, 40 to 50,000 pesos. And then, kung medyo magandang company yung makuha mo, kahit na mabilis mo ring makuha, it can be like 4 to 5,000 dirhams. If you are an engineer, for example, or a nurse, or you are licensed, or a teacher, pwede ka nang makakuha ng starting na 7,000 dirhams kaagad, or even more. If you are headhunted dito, may nag-recruit na sa'yo from dito pa lang, from here, ni-recruit ka dyan sa Pilipinas, pwede ka nilang offeran kung ano yung asking salary mo. It can be even 20,000 dirhams. Normally, with in tech positions, like that's about 300,000 pesos, ganyan. May mga ganoong company naman, especially kung mahirap hanapin yung ganoong position, like senior bike mechanic, for example. Walang masyadong bike mechanics dito sa UAE for electric bike, for instance, or yun nga sa some tech industry. Pwede nilang i-match kung ano yung asking salary mo. So, but in general, mataas ang sahod dito lang dahil walang tax. So, sa neto, parang uwi pa rin na mataas yung sahod dito. Pero, syempre, after ng cost of living, pwedeng it's atay lang sa sahod mo sa Pilipinas. Pwedeng mataas lang ng konti or pwedeng super duper mataas. Like, if same lang ginagawa nyo dito at sa Pilipinas, ang sahod mo 30,000 for example, pwedeng dito 100,000 ang sahod mo. Or if in a good position, let's say, feeling mo sa Pilipinas mataas na 80,000 for example, baka dito, pwedeng doble yon. Ganon. Or pwede rin naman na, yun nga, it's atay ka lang at the end of the day, yung sahod mo dito sa Pilipinas. But, if you're gonna ask me if that's still worth it, it varies, you know. If you left your family for UAE at it's atay lang naman pala, then of course, lugi ka naman doon. But if you're single, ready to mingle, and you found your love life dito sa UAE, di ba, why not? So it varies kung ano talaga yung hinahanap mo. And if you're thinking of or planning to come here and you cannot decide, or other countries, I have a video actually, like 5 tips on, how, 5 tips on what to think about before moving here to UAE. Please go and watch that. So, ayun, ako yung tatanungin, if I'd rather work here in the UAE or in the Philippines. If I have the same salary that I have now, I will definitely would want to work in the Philippines. Siguro kung hindi dahil sa relatives and friends, may chance din naman na piliin dito sa UAE. Pero ako talaga, mas gusto ko sa Pilipinas magtrabaho kung same lang din naman yung sahod. So, ayun, I hope you learned something from this vlog, or at least enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, please ask them through the comment section below. And if there are any vlogs that you want me to, to share, just let me know. I'll be happy to do so. Thank you. See you on my next vlog. Bye.